it's kind of all almost happenstance because I got out, graduated in May of 93, and me and a buddy of mine would go every day and go look for jobs. I mean, downtown, you want to talk about pounding the pavement. It was almost like old school, you know. You have resumes, what little resumes you had, and you're just walking place to place. But my uncle, as a graduation present, set me up with a lunch with Bob Ray Sanders. Yeah. He's a journalist at Forward Star Telegram, and he had a show at KLIF, a nighttime show. So we had lunch. And again, I must have talked his ear off at the lunch. I remember, I will never forget it. We went to Chili's. And I was so happy because I didn't have Chili's too often. And I was just, he's paying too, like I was in hog heaven at Chili's.
I'll have the appetizer.
And what, you mean 3 for $10? Like, this is crazy. And so we talked, had lunch for about an hour and a half. And then about a week later, he called me and said, hey, man, I think there's a job opening up here. You may want to come apply for it. Okay. So went and applied for it. Got the interview. And when I was, it may have been a day or two before my interview, I broke my glasses. And I was freaking out because they aren't going to pay for some new glasses. Like, not that you can't get them like immediately.
Right.
And the only thing I had to go for the interview for this business that I was majoring in were these huge prescription glasses.
Yes.
They were this big, dude, and so dark. Like I could barely see if I was on the inside, and that's all I had.
Public Enemy version of that.
So I drive my dad's El Camino to Maple and Oaklawn, the old building. And when I was turning into the garage, you had to pay. And I had no money, no credit card, nothing. And I was like, I don't know if I can talk my way into this garage because you could park in it, but you had to pay to get out.
Right. I'm just going to get myself spiked on the way back.
I don't know what I'm going to do. So they had Rivershon Park was across the street. And as soon as I was going to drive over there, it said, if you're not, coming to the park, you're going to get towed. And I was thinking, if I get my dad El Camino towed, he's going to kick my ass.
Yep.
They got to pay all this money to get it out. And plus, I'm not going to get this job. Like all this is happening before I go up to try to interview for this dang job.
The clock is ticking,
It's ticking, man. So I'd say, screw it. Parked over at the park, went across the street in my big old sunglasses and interviewed for the board operator job over at KLIF, a station I had never heard of before in my life. And after I talked to the lady who interviewed me, her name was Connie Herrera. She interviewed me. She said, you know what? I like you. Let's make it happen. You're hired. It's great.
Sweet.
Loved it. And then like 3 days later, I got a letter in the mail saying, thanks for your interest. Unfortunately, we don't have any positions available. So try next time. And again, there's the freak out factor. Like, I thought I had the job,
right.
So I called her immediately. It's like, hey, I got this letter saying like, thanks for my inquiry, like I didn't get it. She's like, no, you're fine.
Oh, gosh.
You got it. Just come to work. So that's how my radio career got started.
Oh my gosh.
It's incredible to even think about.
You just started in a freaking sweaty suit and shades.
Oh my God.
What's it take? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Success around the sandbox with second grade rules. A confident fake to make you do.